So here we have our entrance to my sacred space. As you can see, there are two Jewish stars on that entrance and a Jewish flag and an American flag, because yay Israel and America. There we have our entrance, and through our entrance there will be a coat room, chairs to hang out, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then when we make our way to the sanctuary, we're going to walk through this long hallway surrounded by flowers to get a sense of nature, to try and connect to God, and so forth. And at the end of the hallway, there will be two doors, like right here and here, and both doors will have a blank 10 Commandments and a Jewish star on top, because the blank 10 Commandments represents you making your own Judaism. And when we enter the sanctuary, there will be a huge glass roof, as you can see, and on the inside there will be quotes on the wall and a bunch of chairs surrounded in a circle shape, because the circle shapes represents community, or I think it does. And the glass roof is a way to connect to God through seeing nature outside. So that's my sacred space. So here we go. We are here today to open our new sacred space. For many years, we Jews have built places of worship, but nothing like this has ever been built. Our space will amaze you. The purpose of this space for me is to find a place where I can connect with God while feeling safe and secure. The purpose of this space is to pray whatever way you want to pray and ask for forgiveness in a way that incorporates community. We will use this space for many things. We will use it to pray, have community events like parties, charity events, and everything else community related. The main use of this space will be to pray. The thing that makes this space holy is the people inside. I want the people to make this space holy because it is easier to connect to something when it is holy. Another thing that makes this space holy because it is easier to connect. Another thing that makes this space holy is the doors at the entrance to the sanctuary. They have a blank 10 Commandments so that people can make Judaism what they want. Just because this space is holy for others, it does not take away from my personal experience. This space may be sacred for me and not sacred for you. It doesn't matter because you make it what you want. One object that makes this space extra special is the glass roof. This is special because it lets in natural light. Even though the weather is not great all the time, you get to see what God can do with the outside world. If it's storming outside, you get to see how God can make it rain. Same with snowing. It doesn't matter the weather outside, you still get to see what God can do. I included this because I feel like when you can see something, it is easier to connect. And with the glass roof, you are able to see the sky where I believe God is. Another special thing I included with my space is comfortable chairs. I added those because when you are comfortable, you can focus more on prayer rather than thinking about how uncomfortable you are. The glass roof is similar to an object in the Beit HaMikdash. It is similar to the cherubim on the ark because the glass roof is a window to God, just like the angels are a window to God. In the Beit HaMikdash, there were many holy items. In my sacred space, I took one of those items and made it my own. I took the sacrifice area and made it more modern. Instead of sacrificing animals, you would write down your sins on a small piece of paper and throw it into a fire, and then your sins will be forgiven. To personalize it, I would also make it so you're able to send a message to someone in heaven. You write down your message, throw it in fire, and the smoke of the message will rise. The quote inspired me to write this is, "All men of Israel go there," from Malachim. The meaning of this quote is that all of Israel gather in one place, and that inspired me because I wanted to build a place where people can gather and be Jewish. Dear people, we have gathered here today to honor the sacred space. I hope we use this space for many years to come. Peace be with you and shalom.